As soon as you open your social media, there's like some bad news happening in the world. And maybe it's not even affecting you personally, but it's affecting other people. And I feel like early in the morning, I am not usually very much prepared for the bad news or the bad things that would actually come out of me switching on my phone. I actually miss doing this so much. It's been a while. I think it's been few weeks now since I've actually turned on the camera and actually sit down and talk. I miss doing this. So I am here now and I am back again. Of course, I also feel like because I've been posting, even though I haven't been sitting down and recording, it just doesn't feel like I haven't been doing the job, because I have been doing the job. I just haven't been here. But anyways, I'm glad to be back, and of course, I'm glad to be here and talking again. I really feel like I make these videos for me, and even if no one is actually gonna watch, I feel like most of the time I literally just love bringing these things out and just have this space where I am able to get these things out and just be able to talk. I am glad I also have this opportunity and just the privilege to be able to do this, because I know not everybody is able to do this, and that for me just makes me so happy. So in this video, actually, I low-key just wanted to sit down and talk about some few things, and I feel like this video actually kind of like got inspired by something maybe I read from social media or something, because this is also another thing with like consuming content and also making content. It's like, is this even my original idea, or is this, did I got this from someone? I wanted to talk about things that makes my life simple as now that I am living. Of course, I am literally 25 years old. I feel like I have not lived a life, but have also lived enough life, and I still have a lot more to go. And every year or every time that I live, I feel like I have a lot to learn from everything that I've been through. And so far, I would say I am in a really good place when it comes to where I want to be in life. It's not like 100% the good that I want, like exactly where I want to be, because if you ask me honestly, I would rather be in another country right now, like just traveling. But since that's not working right now, and I also understand why I am here instead of being somewhere else, like being in a new space, that's why I'm also like, okay, I get it. Like this is just a season where I am meant to be at home. I am meant to be here, just chilling and doing other things that I need to do. And when the plans to travel comes, I literally can't wait. And of course, I'm already planning. So there's always plans to travel, and I literally can't wait to be traveling again. So I really wanted to sit down and kind of just talk about that, the things that makes my life simple, especially now that I am at this age and where I am in life currently. I would say number one is the thing of making myself first, or like putting myself first. I think that's the right word. Like putting myself first is one of those things that just makes my life so simple. And I'm not saying like to be selfish or not, like not to show up for others or like things like that, but I'm also just like considering myself before I consider everything else, right? I am such a people pleaser, or at least I used to be a whole lot more when I was younger. I always used to feel like, okay, I need to make someone feel better before I feel better, or like someone has to be feeling good before I feel good. And as I grew older, I also came to realize, like, what am I doing this for? Because the more I do things that neglect myself, and then I end up putting other people first, I end up hurting myself even more. And I came to realize also I am not in control for other people's emotions, because that's another thing that I used to struggle with a lot. And maybe for other people pleasers also can relate to this, because I literally was just like, oh my god, how are they gonna feel? What if I do this? What if I say this? How are they gonna, how are they how? But I never actually asked myself, how am I gonna feel if I do this thing I don't want to do? And that for me, when I sat down with that, I was like, okay, I gotta put myself first. I gotta put myself first. I gotta put myself first, Lucius. I love that meme so much, but I also just love because it's so real. I literally had to learn to put myself first in terms of, if I want something and I know how to get there, I will look at the stuff like things that would make me not get there, and then I'll just have to eliminate them, or I will look for other ways of how I can actually make it there without hurting anyone. I am also, as much as I'm also trying not to be a people pleaser, or I would say I am no longer a people pleaser, or maybe to the level that I was before. I am still very much very, like, considerate of people. So I wouldn't really say People pleasing is out there, but it's definitely not too bad as it used to be before. I am telling you, it used to be so bad. I just can't imagine how I went by life doing that. But then again, I was young. So we live and we learn, and I have learned to put myself first. That is something that makes my life so easy, because now I go at ease, not thinking of what someone else is going to feel, but how I'm going to feel, even if it's bad. Like, if I'm doing something bad to someone, I know that itself is gonna make me feel bad. So it's just like, okay, I make them feel good, I make myself feel good, and everybody feeling good. And I feel like that for me, it's so important. I am a person who is very in tune with my feelings, and I'm also very emotional when it comes to things. So I try so hard not to like hurt myself or put myself in situations that can make me feel so much. But I'm also like such a feeler. I feel so much. Sometimes I even am like, why am I feeling like this? But it's just who I am. Sometimes I really can't control it, and it's really who I am, and it's literally just life. So yeah, I think that would be one thing. Next thing I would say would be being there for my family. Being there for my family has been something that I would definitely say has improved my life, or like has literally just given me something that I love. And as much as I can't be there always like 100% when they need me and everything, but just doing simple things for them, like especially my siblings, like when they need me to go here, when they need me to go there, when they want me to do this for them, and I am able to do them, even either financially or just being there physically. I love being that and doing that for them. And I feel like that just gives me something in life that I feel like I enjoy doing, and it just makes my life so simple, just being there for people that needs me the most, and not feeling like I am only thinking of myself, but I'm also thinking of other people. Like, I just love doing things for them. And I'm also feeling like I am a person who love doing service. Like, I think my love language is literally food. And also act of service. I love act of service, and compliments and everything, like word of affirmation are always in the list. But I am also a person who loves to give, and when I can't give money, I can literally just love give my time. I love giving everything that I am able to, especially when some things that I know I can't give them. And I feel like because I'm like that, and I'm also emotional, sometimes I can also, especially when I was younger, I would also take the feelings of my family, or like my family members, and also put them on me, and that would be so much heavy. Guys, I still don't know how I am still surviving this life, because one of those things is just like I would feel what they're feeling, and I would also still feel for me, and now it feels like it's so heavy. But if I actually just took my own hurt and what they're feeling and just kind of put them separate, I feel like that would have been so easier for me, guys. And because that's what I do now, right? Because instead of like putting everything that they feel on me, or like, kind of wanting to take their pain away, that's impossible. That's impossible. I am not God. I am literally just a human being, and sometimes all I need is to be there for them, and that's okay. That's okay. I think that's just enough, right? Another thing that I actually love about life, or like just what makes my life feel good at the moment, simple things, honestly. And I feel like it's routine. Having a routine is one thing that I actually enjoy so much. I am a person who is very adaptable. What's the word? Adapt. I am able to adapt easily. Easily. Adaptability? What's the word? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I am able to adapt easily when it comes to things, and I don't also mind to change things here and there. Like, I am not 100% routine person, because on the days that I don't feel like following my routine, I will literally just do whatever, and I'm still gonna be happy with that. But I feel like also having a stable routine, especially now that I am here at home, I am not traveling or anything. I feel like just having that routine of, waking up, dropping off my sisters, going to the gym, go for my walk, come back, focus on my content, or find something to eat, or things like that. For me, it just makes so much sense, and it makes my life so easy that I don't need to be waking up every day and thinking, okay, well, like, what am I gonna do, or like, what am I supposed to do, or again, as I said, I can always change, because it's also I'm very flexible when it comes to that. Like, I can literally just wake up or I have some things to do today, and then I literally just end up changing in the middle of the day, and I'm still gonna be fine. Like it won't give me so much panic or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like having the routine as makes my life so much easy, and I have loved that for me. Because when I'm traveling, usually when I'm traveling and I know like I need to be in a place for few days, and then I leave again, and then I leave again. That's why I can't do fast travel, guys. I love my slow travel for a reason. It just gives me this routine, everything that I need, and I never realized how much of a routine person I am until I'm doing it. And then I'm like, okay, I actually love the flow of this. I actually enjoy the flow of this. And then that's when I'm like, okay, I am actually a routine person, but I'm also as flexible as I am. So yeah, I think that it's just like in the middle of things. So I love doing that a lot. So just being able to have the routine to be able to do things when I want to do things, I think that just makes my life so easy, and it makes my life feel good as well. So I love that. I love that so much. Another thing would actually be doing less socials. So I obviously am a content creator, and I am also a consumer of content. I love consuming content. And when I am at the gym, of course, I know I'm going to be like maybe listening to music or listening to a podcast, whatever I'm feeling that day, because every day is always different. I never know what I'm in the mood for until I am there. And when I'm there, I'm like, okay, maybe it's a YouTube video today, or maybe it's a podcast today, or maybe it's really can be anything, right? And when I'm there, I know that's what I need. But also when I'm at home, I have that time to kind of be like, okay, what am I consuming? What am I consuming? When am I consuming? And everything. And I love that I am able to wake up in the morning. First thing I do is literally not even touch my social media. Is I actually don't like being on my phone early in the morning anymore. I used to be that person who wakes up and I go straight to Instagram, or I go straight to TikTok. But now I took the routine of I'm not going to any social medias until midday, and that could be maybe around 12 or 11, or it could actually be at 1 p.m. onwards. Sometimes I even go a whole day without it until I go on maybe like 4, 5, or 6. It's really depends. And I never realized it, but when I started it, I was like, okay, this actually feels good, because as I said, I used to be the person who wake up in the morning and immediately go on my phone, immediately go on socials like Instagram or in whatever, TikTok and everything. And what I realized is I don't like it. I don't really like it that much, especially on the days that I know I have to be very productive. First of all, I do a lot of doom scrolling, so I'll just be scrolling, and that would take literally hours, and maybe even that. And another thing, I think it was more emotional for me, where I did not want to have bad news first thing in the morning. I don't know why, guys. You know, when you go on social media, a lot of the time, as soon as you open your social media, there's like some bad news happening in the world. And maybe it's not even affecting you personally, but it's affecting other people. And as a person who feels a lot, as I said, I also try to, regulate my emotions and everything. And this is one way that helps me regulate my emotions. Just being able to see the bad news maybe onwards, like after I've done my gym, after I've done other cool things that I've already done. And then now I can go on socials, and everything else that's gonna come, I'm already mentally prepared for it. I feel like early in the morning, I am not usually very much prepared for the bad news or the bad things that would actually come out of me switching on my phone and going on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, because there's always bad news. There's always someone dying. There's always some accident. There's always, and of course we are in the world where this happens, and we live in the world where this is normal. But I do not like that to be my first thing when I wake up in the morning. It just messes up my routine. It just messes up my mental. And I never used to realize that until I stopped doing that, until I stopped opening my phone in the morning or as soon as I wake up. And now I would literally just focus on maybe listening to music when I'm working out. As I say, the podcast again, because obviously podcast I can choose what I want to listen to, and it's not as much as you can be on when you're on social media, because obviously you never know what you're gonna see first. You actually never know what you're gonna see as soon as you open your socials. So that is another thing that actually makes my life so good, and I never used to realize that again until now. And I'm like, okay, I love that. I feel like I could go on and on about this, because this is such a good a good topic for me. As I said, I think it was inspired by social media or something I read on social media. But I just feel like being able to live the life that I want and also being able to live intentionally. That is another thing, guys. I am a very intentional person. I do a lot of things intentionally, and maybe some things might happen because I'm a human being and things happens. But a lot of the time, I try to go about life thinking about, okay, why am I doing this? What am I getting out of this? And I feel like that has given me a very good quality of life. And if it's something also you also thinking of, or if you're someone who's also trying to better your life and trying to see what works and what doesn't work, I feel like it's always nice to experiment things. It's always nice, like as I said, most of these things now I am doing them. Of course, I feel like loving myself, I will never stop, or like putting myself first, I will never stop. And also, of course, being there for my family. But things like changing my routine, or like turning on my phone in the morning and going on social media, those are some things that can go here and there. And for now, this is working for me, and it's been giving me such a good quality of life that I feel like for me it's working and it's just so good. So I just thought of sharing this. And of course, if you're also someone who's also going through this and you're just trying to learn through life, maybe this is a platform for you. I love yapping about everything about life and everything. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. And if I feel like extending on more to this topic, I would actually make another video. So until next time, see you in the next one. Bye.